Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing well, and as usual, I thank you for joining me here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, please do that and also like and share this video. You can find me on Instagram at dainellespeakstv, on Facebook at Dainelle Lewis, and of course on YouTube at Dainelle Speaks TV. So, sometimes I'm contemplating on what stories I can do, and then my grandma would just come up with some ideas. She's the one that actually came up with the Duppy Church. All right. So we were in the kitchen and she was looking after some dinner, and she said to me, "Dainelle, do you know what you should talk about?" I'm like, "What?" She said, "Talk about Lover's Leap." And I'm like, "What is Lover's Leap?" She said, "You don't know Lover's Leap?" She's like, "You're going to have to now pay me for my suggestion." And I'm like, "Auntie Nam, I'm not making anything over here. I can't pay you." She's like, "Pay me for my ideas now." So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the Lover's Leap of Saint Elizabeth. So guys, please do enjoy the video. My grandmother, make up yourself all the time. So before we jump into the legend of the Lover's Leap, let's just define what Lover's Leap is at first. So Lover's Leap is a cliff or a high point from which disappointing and despairing lovers plunge to their deaths. So legend has it that a beautiful young lady was born near the rocky hills and high cliffs of Jamaica, and her name was Mizzy. Mizzy grew to be a very beautiful woman. All the men were attracted and impressed by her natural beauty and her way of being elegant. Mizzy was eventually employed by Mr. Chardley, and she worked as a housewife. During this time, Mr. Chardley secretly fell in love with her. He even refused to separate from this beautiful young girl when other slave plantation owners wanted to buy her. What he would do instead is direct them to other slave girls, and eventually all these plantation owners got suspicious of his behavior. Because of Mizzy's beauty, other slave men also fell in love with her. Mr. Chardley always used his best strategies to try and eliminate whoever tried to approach his secret love. If any of his male workers became too friendly with her, Chardley would suspect them. The sick love that the owner of the plantation felt for that employee took him to a point of putting watchmen who report every step that the girl took. But there was a cunning slave by the name of Tunkey that evaded Chardley's suspicions. However, the beautiful young slave Mizzy was just as infatuated with Tunkey as he was with her. So they started a secret affair, and they would meet up occasionally after dark. Each time they saw each other, their love grew stronger. It grew so strong to a point that they could no longer hide it anymore. Someone eventually discovered their night movements and reported this to Mr. Chardley. The heart of Mizzy belonged to slave Tunkey, and Mr. Chardley would not have that. His desire made him get rid of the young slave by selling him to another plantation. Chardley then began to buy Mizzy expensive gifts to try and buy her love and convince her to forget about Tunkey. All Mizzy did was just thank him for all his gifts, and she suggested that she would like to be sold to another plantation. But, of course, Chardley refused. Mizzy and Tunkey eventually decided that they would be together no matter what, against all the odds. So they decided that they would run away together, and they left without leaving any trace, which made them achieve their initial goal. But then Mr. Chardley, upon learning that they had left the plantation, organized a troop to chase them. Chardley and his group reached the two lovers until they reached the fatal point to the edge of a large cliff, 1,700 feet deep. However, instead of allowing them to be captured and separated forever, the couple will end their lives, and so they threw themselves off the cliff. It is also said that these two spirits still pursue the cliff area. One person even said that they saw two shooting stars fall from the sky one day over the cliff, and that was several hours after midnight, and they associated this with the presence of the two lovers. Some locals in the area have also seen shadows of a young black couple reappear and disappear, dressed in 18th century outfit on the cliff. So with a legendary story like this, of course, it has now become a tourist attraction site. So what I've done for you is I've found a couple photographs online and also some videos. It's going to be showing you the cliff area and how it has turned into a tourist attraction, a money-making thing. But why not until there's some other Lover Leap story somewhere about the place, you understand? Then we will take that one and turn it into a legend as well. All right, guys. Okay, let's check out these photographs and videos.
Jamaica's south coast, exposing a 1,700-foot vertical drop down to the waves crashing on Cutlass Bay. The lookout provides a fantastic vantage point to see for miles out to the Caribbean Sea. Along the coast, the view stretches as far as Rocky Point, Clarendon to the east and to Treasure Beach in the west.
Lover's Leap.
What the whole place looks like. So yeah, entering this entrance here leads to the restaurant, and there's like a whole outside view as well.
My name is Amanda Clark, Tourism Training Officer for Mandeville on the South Coast with TPD Co. Lover's Leap is situated in the parish of St. Elizabeth and in the school district of Yardley Chase. The price to come in, it's $300 per person, and we're open from 9 until 7, so 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. in the afternoon. The activities that can be done here, if persons are interested in keeping their weddings here, but we're open to that. School trips, especially persons doing history, to learn a little about the history that has been here as it relates to the plantation, and also for family fun days and fam trips.
So, you know what's the most fascinating thing about this Lover's Leap place? Is the fact that I never seem to go to all of these tourist attractions, all these sites, horseback riding, everything as a Jamaican while living there. Only as I migrated to abroad and then I visited back Jamaica, that is when I have the opportunity to visit these places, which I think is kind of weird, because it's almost like, why did I not appreciate all these things while I was living there? Why do I have to be a tourist to actually go to all these places? I'm telling you, I only went to Dunn's River after I migrated abroad. I never been there all my life living in Jamaica, which was whole heap of years, my people. I'm not gonna lie to you though, there's one place that I just love, and that is Hellshire Beach. Oh my days, I love it. I love it. I love the oyster man coming around while my kid's dad is there, and he's like, give me some oyster. I'm trying to rev up. I'm like, rev up for what? Rev up for what? I don't get it. Anyway, so I would love the shrimp, and my shrimp has to be pepper hot. I'm like, continue showing that pepper in my mouth, burn me the whole time. You understand what I say? I say, give me one of them nice tropical rhythm something and a Malta, please. So if you have ever visited any of these sites, let me know. Or this particular site, Lover's Leap, of course. And if you had similar experiences like I have in not visiting these places while you're living there, but only when you migrate abroad and then you have a vacation back home is when you start to visit all these lovely places. I think it's a little bit sad, but at least I know about them and I visit them at some point in my life. So guys, I do thank you all for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you on the next video. Until then, take care of yourselves. One love.